We are back with another edition of the Smart Driving Cars podcast, and we appreciate all of you tuning in. I'm Fred Fishkin, along with the faculty chair of autonomous vehicle engineering at Princeton University, Alain Kornhauser. Hi, Alain.
Hey, good morning, Fred. Good morning, everybody.
Great to see you again. We're back after a little hiatus. And on top in the latest Smart Driving Car newsletter from Forbes, end of the beginning, Aurora launches commercial driverless trucks. This is in Texas, running between Dallas and Houston. We have a link to some video, and we're going to show some here. You've got it in the newsletter. Really an accomplishment.
An accomplishment. I mean, for so long now, it's all been about we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And finally, Chris Urmson did it and is doing it. So all the congratulations in the world to you, Chris, for making it happen. I know you've been promising it for a while. You promised it to us last year, but you did promise it in your earnings call back in January, February, I guess February, and you did it. Congratulations. As I noted in the newsletter, as far as I'm concerned, you're the third CEO to have done this that I know of. I guess we hear maybe in China have done it, but Waymo, GM Cruise, what's called Vote, and you are the three people that have decided, my goodness, this technology is good enough that we can get enormously more productivity out of our vehicles that give rides, whether they're giving rides to people or giving rides to packages or goods, and really improve the mobility system, both for people and for you and what you're doing for the whole logistics system. This is the beginning of the beginning.
And there's been an issue in the industry as well with being able to attract enough drivers. So this is needed, I suppose.
Well, it's absolutely needed. It's not just attracting enough drivers. It's just, I mean, I just can't imagine sitting there doing this, trying to keep a vehicle between two white lines for 10 hours a day and feeding my family doing that. My goodness, what stress, and you just like lose it for just a minute and it's all over. And I mean, what a tough job. And so first of all, to provide the help and to provide the opportunity to do other things. When in fact, technology is really good at paying attention all the time and following orders to keep it between two white lines and not hit anything and be courteous and be responsible. And so we're getting there. And my goodness, just an enormous accomplishment. The risks you're taking in doing it, but the reward that is now available because you've done it, because you don't capture the reward unless you actually do what you've done.
And of course, the growth of this, it's going to be an economic matter, I guess, for many in the industry, whether or not they adapt this.
Everything's an economic matter, okay? Everything's an economic matter. I mean, you can't just say, well, I mean, if we had an infinite amount of money, we could do this. Whoa. I mean, everything's economic. Even what we're doing is economic. It's all economic. And this is just a way to make it more productive, more economic. I mean, that's been the evolution of society, is to do this, is to continuously improve the productivity of individuals, of the things that we do, and to do them better. This is just another one of these tools to do it better. And fantastic. Um, and is there some things that are going, more things will be done because the productivity of doing them and the affordability of doing them and the opportunity to do them is just enhanced with this.
Well, congratulations again to Chris and the team at Aurora.
I mean, what a long slog. Congratulations. I mean, my goodness. So I remember when we met at DARPA 2005. I mean, whatever. Hey, it's 20 years, baby. 20 years. Holy mackerel. Who would have thought it was going to take that long? What a what an infinite amount of work that has gone into this.
Absolutely. And on the not as bright side, the Research Foundation of City University of New York has been notified by the Department of Transportation in Washington that its federal grant has been terminated immediately. It says the grant is no longer consistent with the priorities of the current administration. You had a comment or two, Alan?
Well, I have no comment. I mean, the administration could decide what it wants to do, and okay, so that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Really? I mean, are you kidding? For the reasons you stated there, okay. Um, it's your, I guess, well, it's our money, but I guess you've taken it and it's your money. Hopefully, out of all this, you'll ask us to send you less money. We'd rather keep it here and decide ourselves what we want to do with it instead of needing to have you in the middle. I mean, why do we have you in the middle? Uh, we have good ideas of things to do. What was in this grant were really good ideas, really good things to do. So, instead of going through all the inefficiencies of us sending you the money and then you sending it back to us, just let us keep it here. Thank you. This is an opportunity for us. I mean, we were doing this. I think there's in some of these things there was a 50% match. Guess what? You're not only saving yourself money, you're saving us money. Thank you. Whatever.
From Waymo, Alan, it has released a new study showing that Waymo is reducing serious crashes and making streets safer for those most at risk. The study says Waymo had 92% fewer crashes with injuries to pedestrians, 82% fewer crashes with injuries to cyclists, and 82% fewer crashes with injuries to motorcyclists. And there are various reports on this that you include in the newsletter. Electric had a report. The Verge, Andrew Hawkins had a headline. Waymo is still good at avoiding serious distraction and death after 56.7 million miles. So Waymo is
This is
showing the
this is
value.
this is to me, of course, to me, it's not surprising. They've been at this intensely since 2013. So yes, with the enormous amount of hard work, yes, they've gotten here. And what's a little different about this is at least they've put this out and put it out for peer review so that fewer people are rolling their eyes about this. Tesla's put out similar results, except everybody seems to roll their eyes because it's coming from Tesla and it's not peer reviewed. I'm sort of shocked that there are still some people that have headlines are like Andrew are still safe after all these miles. I mean, what's he expecting it to hit a brick wall or something? And why would he? I mean, all this gets better with time, and as we learn more, as we learn all the things that we learn when there is a little bit of bump, and we fix it, and that's what Waymo's done, since over 12 years, and done it very, very judiciously and carefully and respectfully. And my goodness, and as you know, the simple thing that I say with respect to crashes with the current automobile system, my view is 90% of them is due to misbehavior. We are all very good drivers. We all know it ourselves that we're all very good drivers. Uh, uh, but every once in a while we lose it. It continues to amaze me that I can pick up my phone while I'm behind the wheel and it asks me if I'm driving. I mean, this thing has 2 cameras, front and back. It can see me and see out. It has a GPS receiver. It knows how fast I'm going. It knows whether I'm doing this. It knows where it is. It knows what the speed limit is. It asks me if I'm driving. It knows it can see that I'm sitting in the driver's. Oh, I know some private. Come on. Yet it asks me. Shouldn't turn on. Because I do this going down the road. Maybe not this time, maybe not next time, maybe not the next time, but at some time I'm done. And so who knows what other people are done too. This doesn't take USDOT research to understand. This is plain knowledge.
Right. Well, at
My
least,
breath reeks of alcohol when I drink.
right.
Little sensor. When I go to sleep, you can see it. If I'm tailgating, the car knows. At least almost every car coming off the line these days know. Certainly the car knows how fast I'm going. It shows it to me. Might even put it up on a windscreen. And it knows the speed limit. And why does it let me do it? Well, we know why it lets me do it. Because of course, Detroit couldn't sell a car if it all of a sudden, oh no, we're not going to let you speed. After all those commercials that just show me hair blowing in the wind, zooming down. There's never anybody on those roads. They must not film it here in Jersey. Certainly not on the Turnpike or Route 1. Heaven forbid the 405. So we can solve the crash problem. We've been able to solve it for 50 years. Almost as long as I've been, never mind.
While we're on the subject of Waymo, Alan, they have announced that they're partnering with Toyota. We don't know what that's going to lead to, but apparently the goal is to have Toyota vehicles using Waymo Driver eventually.
They desperately need a vehicle. They desperately need a vehicle. They have the driver. They need the vehicle to put it on. And given, what they must read in the tea leaves of Washington, folks that they intended to want to partner with, maybe they, that's a challenge. And so, picking Toyota, and hopefully Toyota responds well to them, and hopefully they can, do all the good that they're doing, and that be just a byproduct of what they're doing. What they really do is provide mobility to people, and people who might desperately need it. Maybe that's the value proposition. And oh, by the way, since it doesn't drink, since it doesn't fall asleep, since it doesn't speed excessively, Hope it speeds a little. I mean, I hope it keeps up with traffic. I don't know. That's a real policy decision. And I hope it, is respectful to other road users, other people crossing streets, people walking along roads, bicyclists, motorcyclists, other cars, which it is. Essentially perfectly. Nothing is perfect, but essentially perfectly. No wonder it can say, hey, here are the numbers. And it's nice that they're putting the numbers out there, and hopefully people will say, oh my goodness, hey, this is a nice, respectful product. Instead of us, throwing a Molotov cocktail into it or keying it or breaking its windows or being jerks about it, when we welcome it.
Meanwhile, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, has amended its order for the reporting of automated driving systems and level 2 advanced driver assistance systems. It says it's revising certain requirements from prior versions that maintain the safety benefits of reporting while reducing unnecessary burdens. And there are different interpretations here, but Scientific American reports new rules that trim crash reporting requirements and widen testing access for U.S. robotaxis are hailed as an innovation edge and criticized for eroding safety oversight.
I don't know. I think those that claim it erodes safety oversight should, put their erosion theory to peer review. Uh, my goodness, the reporting. Um, I since it's getting to a point where almost every vehicle that you buy in a showroom these days, I think almost is a level 2 or has level 2 capabilities. Whether they're used or not, who knows? Apparently, the requirements are that if you're within 30 seconds of a crash, any manipulation of that system needs to be part of the reporting. I sure hope that all the manufacturers have made that automatic. I mean, I don't even know that the VIN numbers even tells you whether or not it has this capability. And of all these vehicles, really, they have all the over-the-air communications capabilities in them to record all this and have it available. Okay, I guess, hopefully. They're all in there. Otherwise, essentially every fender bumper in the US has to be reported to NHTSA, and now they have to review it. Really? How many little fender benders happen every day in US? I don't know. I guess ask your AI. I
Well,
don't know. I guess it's going to make it. I hope all the police reports have all been updated to now have this. Might as well record it for everybody, for every crash. I mean, the recording of the data for every fatality is a intensive process, as it should be. Wonder how much my insurance coverage is going to have to go up, because now somehow where the insurance entities fit into this thing. What do they have to then now make sure that they report within 30 days or 5 days or whatever's in that whole thing? I mean, whatever.
well, finally, Alan, there's now officially a new city in Texas called Starbase, approved in a vote on Saturday. Of course, the voters were mostly SpaceX employees, I understand, but it's an official entity.
Well, I guess was it a democratic process or not? I mean, if most of the people that live in the area happen to be employed by that mine, as they were in Revlock and Culver, Pennsylvania. I mean, it's a company town. I mean, it looks like one of the old coal towns of Pennsylvania. This is a company town, so I guess the employees of the company came out and voted, I guess. And what we should have outsiders decide this. I thought this was all part of the democratic process, but congratulations. Um, um, I guess congratulations.
And I want to get an envelope. If you remember what regular mail looks like, yes, regular mail. You could have a stamp on it that says Starbase cancellation.
Oh, geez, did they have it? Did they have a commemoration of it, or?
Not yet, I don't think. Well, the vote just took place, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
I wonder maybe though, there's a post office there now that now has a commemorative stamp for, you
That
know,
would be cool.
welcome to Starbase.
You've been there.
I've been there. I've been there. I intend to go back. You can see it. Now there are going to be two of them. There's going to be there's one in Florida too. I mean, who knows what's going to go on? My goodness. Maybe if they can keep me alive long enough, I don't think science is that good. I might be able to just go on one to the two to the D to the da.
And meanwhile, Alan, you're wrapping up another semester there at Princeton.
Yep. Wrapping up another semester at a good group of students. We really did some interesting things, and we'll put them out there into the public domain and hope everybody else can benefit from it. And hey, part of the nice thing about it is they all, in one way or another, paid tuition to do it. So, my goodness, Washington, we may not need your money.
And this is from Alan Kornhauser, not from the Princeton
Yeah,
University
this is
Hub.
not from well, I don't know. I mean, um, the intellectual property that is generated on this campus as a function of time is enormous. And if we should ever choose as an organization to monetize that, hello, opportunity. Thank you.
Just terrific. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Smart Driving Cars. You can find us and the latest at smartdrivingcar.com. My reports on consumer tech are at techstination.com. I'm Fred Fishkin along with Alan Kornhauser. Stay safe.